stomach that. If he was able to listen to that interview, I had to cut it off because I just that was some hometown local shit. He could have went to Breakfast Club or Drink Champs Nelly, but he did the hometown thing, and them two cats sounded drunk and just on some homeboy shit. Like he was coming at Nelly like he was just one of the boys. Hit that thumbs up button. So Nelly was on this radio show last night responding to his former team member, or the Lunatics, Ali Jones. The Lunatics, like, let's be for real, like, the St.Luantics, that group was kind of like a gimmick to me. You know what I mean? St. Louis, St.Luantics, it just was corny and it never took off. Ali's coming out of nowhere talking about album credits. Now, granted, he wrote some verses on that Country Grammar album that sold 10 million records. I can't get into details about that because, I mean, hell, I would want to get my residuals also. That album sold a lot of records. Why is he coming out of nowhere 20 years later or whatever? I don't know. But he just came out of nowhere and he was like, yeah, he did us dirty. He hustled the group. I'm like, well, how did he hustle the group? How much money, how much profit could he have made off the Lunatics? Look, so Nelly comes out, and on that first album, Lunatics wasn't on any of the first singles. You might have paid attention if you've seen a couple of cameos, but honestly, the first introduction a lot of people had to the Lunatics was after Country Grammar, and it just didn't take off. They had that little corny song where they sampled the Jeffersons theme song, "Fish Don't Burn on the Grill." That bullshit. They in baseball jerseys swinging bats and shit. I was like, yo, this is not. It was kind of like D12. Eminem had put out 2 albums, and then all of a sudden D12 comes out and we're supposed to care. It's like, that's why I say the G Unit format was perfect, because for most people who weren't underground New York fans, the first time they seen 50, you seen the same 2 guys standing next to him from day one, Yayo and Banks. And every video, mixtape covers, every mixtape. So you were familiar with them two, and then eventually Buck, by the time 50 started push that G Unit album, everyone embraced it because you had already been interested. You had already kind of knew. He wasn't coming out of nowhere like, yeah, I know y'all fuck with me too, but come check out my homeboys. It was like, nah, you know what I mean? And that's what it was with the St.Luantics. Like I said, I used to go to St. Louis every summer to visit my people from like 95 until like '04. I didn't even know niggas rapped in St. Louis. He put that city on the map. They were nothing before Nelly came out. So that's probably why the guys on the radio show had such a groupie moment. But like Nelly was breaking it down, like before they got the big deal, when he got his deal with Universal, they had another bogus deal, and Nelly was like, nah, I'm not signing that. That looks crazy. Now, at the time, he was negotiating a deal with Mace's manager, and Mace's manager didn't want the Lunatics. You know, now typically, you've heard stories where people are wrong. Like Dr. Dre had Eve, didn't know what to do with her. She went to Rough Rider, she blew up. You hear stories about people who just didn't work. Trick Daddy and them Slip and Slide Records had Rick Ross. You know, a lot of people have had. Fat Joe claims he could have signed Eminem. A lot of woulda, coulda, shouldas. But in this case, Mace's manager was right. And City Spud is who they wanted Nelly to pair up with. City Spud is the dude, if you ever heard the song Ride With Me by Nelly, if you want to go and take a ride with me, that joint, that dude is City Spud. That was a hit. That was a big hit. The Lunatics, the closest hit that they ever had collectively, if you want to give them credit for that, was Air Force Ones, which was a single off Nelly's second album. And then they did Shake Your Tail Feather, Murphy Lee. If we're being honest, Murphy Lee was the best member in the group outside of Nelly, and that says a lot. Not saying Murphy Lee can't rap, but when Murphy Lee's when Murphy Lee is the best thing you got rolling, that ain't real promising. You know, swords make other swords sharp. It just wasn't that many sharp swords around that group, man. And this dude is coming off bitter. I think he's really just upset that he didn't make it. And like I said, this pandemic has really made people reflect. You're at home a lot. You're looking around and you're second guessing things, and you're thinking about life regrets. And he just came off really bitter, and you want to blame Nelly. So Nelly was supposed to drag y'all niggas to the promised land. You were standing next to one of the hottest artists at the moment. Nelly had like a good 5-year run. he was a fucking megastar. 10 million out the gate. You had you were on his records. You was on his albums. I'm sorry. I can't feel sorry for you if you didn't blow up and you had the privilege to stand next to one of the hottest things in the game. It's like Kid Kid. Kid Kid was with Lil Wayne and Young Money in they prime when Wayne couldn't miss, and then you was with 50 in that whole G Unit reunion. And then you didn't. I can't feel sorry for you. You didn't blow up. You had the opportunities, dog. If you got talent and you're that good, and you affiliated with somebody that's in that spot, if it just don't work, it just wasn't meant to be. And for Ali Jones, it just wasn't meant to be, cuz. It just wasn't meant to be. The Lunatics was trash. You know, now going back to Nelly, like I said, Nelly could actually rap. I wasn't the biggest fan, but I respect his. I give respect where it's due. And when he would do features, like I remember the first time I heard the Rock the Mic remix, I'm thinking, no way this cat is gonna be able to hold it down with Freeway and Beans. He did it. You know, like Nelly was. I don't think he gets enough credit for what he did, because he had that. Like I said, he didn't have a 20-year run or something like Jay-Z or whatever. Just a 5-year run of just dominance. You know, Eminem. 50, DMX had a run like that. Well, I think it was just the hottest dude in the world for like 5 years and couldn't be stopped. And like I say, Ali and them was right there the whole time for the most part. You can't blame Nelly for why you didn't make it. Chingy made it, you know. Jibbs made it. Other cats from St. Louis eventually made it too. But you didn't, and it's okay. I mean, life sometimes you gotta fail to learn how to succeed. But it's been almost 20 years. You know, I don't know when exactly did these two fall out. Obviously they ain't fucking with each other, but I mean, you could have reached out to Nelly, but you wanted to make it public. So people like, man, why y'all be making videos about black men fighting each other? It's Black History Month. These two niggas put it out there. You put it. He put it. Ali went on Instagram. You know, like I say, social media is the new way we communicate now. And then Nelly put his ass on blast. Yeah, Nelly don't like to leave the house. He don't like to leave St. Louis. So he could have went on Drink Champs and did 1 million views dogging this nigga. He could have went to Breakfast Club with Messi, Charlemagne, and them. Nah, and he probably won't even respond to this shit again. You know, this dude right here is just bitter because it just didn't work out. And nobody seems to really see it any other way than that, because it's like, bro, what is your point? I mean, other than maybe some residual checks from writing credits for that platinum album, I definitely understand that. Get your bank. But him hustling the group, how much profit could Nelly have gotten from the St.Luantics? Who album did any numbers? Who put out an album? I remember Murphy Lee had some shit. Did he put that out? The song was called "What the Hook Gonna Be" with Jermaine Dupri. Did that come out? I know the single was popping, but did the album drop? I'm telling you, like, what profit? How did Nelly hustle y'all? If anything, y'all hustled Nelly. Y'all was riding his fucking wave. You know, and he brought y'all around after the fact he sold 10 million records. If I sold 10 million records and I don't even fuck with you like that, you should be kissing my ass. I'm even bringing you around a year later. What the fuck I need you for? I'm turning my nose up at you. You know, but I don't know. We see the world differently, man. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. Y'all got to chill with some of the wild comments, because sometimes I can't respond to y'all comments. It's not that I'm ignoring you, but YouTube just puts a block on every damn thing. So let me know what y'all think.